Sicario, directed by Denis Villeneuve, starring Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, and Benicio del Toro. How could this possibly go wrong?
So the cartels in Mexico are your specialty. What do you work for?
Nothing will make sense to your American ears. You will doubt everything that we do.
Somebody say a prayer for me. They kill me on Friday, bury me on Sunday, mourn for me Monday, then you gotta let me go.
Welcome to Juarez.
Sicario, rated R.
So Sicario was my most anticipated action flick of 2015. And although it was an okay to good flick, I was extremely disappointed. But not because of the film's content or quality, but because of its poor marketing as a non-stop action thriller instead of a slow indie burn. The entirety of the cast of the film is absolutely phenomenal, and there isn't a single issue with the acting or performances in the film. Denis Villeneuve's direction was also fantastic, and Roger Deakins' cinematography, well, all I can say is this is one of his best looking films to date. The opening act of the film was so much better than what I expected, with an insanely cool opening raid sequence, then going into this huge highway shootout involving the Mexican cartel and cops. I mean, you guys, I don't know how to explain this. You have the Mexican cartel over here, you have the cops over here, right? And they're going down this highway, and there is traffic on the highway, and they're literally this close to each other. I mean, you got this car and you got this car, and they're just staring at each other. You're waiting for something to happen, and then boom. What really bugged me about this film was how hard it was to follow the plot. There were scenes when these guys are just whispering, and I swear, if I did not have subtitles, I wouldn't have understood at least 80% of what's going on in the film. And even what I did understand, it was still so vaguely represented for me that I couldn't even tell for sure what was going on, why it was going on, and why were these characters doing what they did. Now that's another problem with this film. The characters. Emily Blunt and Daniel Kaluuya's characters, they had absolutely nothing to do with the plot whatsoever. They were so shoehorned into this film, it felt as if they just needed an outsider. I mean, I get it. I understand why they put her character in the film. They wanted to show from an outsider's perspective what it would look like to see what really happens in Mexico with the cartel and the cops. But what greater purpose did she serve? Nothing. The second act of the film started to drag extremely, with many scenes that had nothing to do with the plot in the film, just there to pull down the runtime and make it more stretched out. While the third act of the film had many tense-filled and plot-developing scenes, but the problem with those scenes was they were so short and so abrupt that we never really got a good understanding as the audience of what was going on in the film and didn't grasp what we were supposed to. Conclusion, Sicario is a well-acted film. It is a well-directed film. It is a film with excellent cinematography, and my God, Roger Deakins is God. It has great action sequences, and all the performances in the film are fine. But what had me at the down in this film was the fact that it felt kind of mundane at times, with purposeless characters and an unfocused narration. I'm going to give the film Sicario a very well-deserved B. I just wanted to know if my videos are getting better, so please comment on that and how my quality's been going up lately. As usually, subscribe to this channel and remember to like or comment on my video. See you guys next time, and my lost video will be a little bit delayed as I'm watching 11/22/16.